Well, it is great to have all of you here this evening for this kickoff rally. I'm Kurt Dykstra, the Mayor of Holland. It is really a thrill to see so many people from really a great cross-section of our community and beyond gathering tonight on the evening, on the year's first snowstorm. How about that, right? There's a bit of poetic justice, I think, in that as well. We have a really great evening lined up. You're going to learn more about this Georgetown University Energy Prize if you don't know much about it. Even if you do know something about it, you'll probably learn more, and you'll certainly learn more about our specific entry and the plan we're going to work over the next couple of years so we can win this baby. So again, it's great to have so many of you here. We also are going to be enjoying a live stream tonight with the fellow who is really the founder of this entire prize and this entire effort. So it's a pretty unique opportunity for us to get a chance to speak with him, to be a part, to sort of learn what motivates him in this whole effort, and to just really get an understanding of who he is, and frankly, for him to get an understanding of who we are as well. We were doing a test run yesterday, and it became pretty evident that not many, if any other, of the 53 or so communities still in the running for this thing had decided to do a live stream with them. So it's a bit of a unique opportunity for us, and I think you'll enjoy it very, very much. We're also pleased, there we go, I don't even have a clicker. It's very nerve-wracking, I can tell you, to not have control over those kinds of things. We're pleased to have Robert Jackson with us tonight, who's the director of the Michigan Energy Office and the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. And Mr. Jackson, I saw you earlier, if you'd sort of wave. There he is, right there. So if we could welcome him, first of all. And you'll be hearing from him. You'll be hearing from Mr. Jackson in a few minutes after the live stream. He has something special to present to us as a community. Well, nights like this don't just happen, as you can imagine. If you've ever tried to put on an event, you know that it is a lot of work and takes a lot of work. And if it's done really, really well, it looks easy. Hopefully tonight, this is an easy experience for you. I'm so thrilled with the space, thrilled with the turnout, and we have had a whole group of people within the community and really within the city organization and Board of Public Works who have worked long and hard to make this happen. I won't read all of their names to you, but just know that this is the point of the spear of the folks who have been working hard to not only bring tonight's event to good fruition, but also to really plan and make our part in this competition successful and very, very strong. So even if you don't know all of these names, let's express our appreciation to them for all of the many hours of work that they have done. And then the other piece, of course, is that nights like this and a prize like this, a competition like this, doesn't just happen without resources. And we have had tremendous partners, including, of course, the Board of Public Works and the city, but tremendous community partners, some of whom you see listed up here, and representatives from many of those organizations are here with us this evening. And our community partners and community support, why don't we express our appreciation to them as well. And then one more bit of thank you and appreciation is a group of people who this evening have made contributions directly to tonight's gathering and tonight's kickoff rally. So you see some of the names on the board here as well. So thank you for the support for tonight's event. Well, perhaps you know a lot about the Georgetown University Energy Prize. Perhaps you've been following it in the paper. We've had a series of wonderful articles in the Holland Sentinel. Perhaps you've been following it on the city's website or on the Board of Public Works website. Perhaps you've even been following it on the Georgetown University Energy Prize website. But perhaps you haven't been doing those things, and perhaps you're here for the first time tonight sort of wondering what this is, and at the end of the day, we Hollanders like free food and free other things, so you showed up. Regardless of whether you're an old hand at what's going on here or this is your first interaction with this prize and competition, we want to make sure that when you leave tonight, you're well-versed as to what the competition is and, frankly, more importantly, what our part in this prize and this competition is going to be, what we are trying to do, the plan we've set forth, our efforts to try and work that plan to make sure that come 2 years from now, we're standing here not just kicking off this celebration and competition, but kicking off a tremendous celebration of winning this competition. So to introduce what the plan is, what our goals are, and how we're going to go about doing it, I would love to welcome forward our city manager, Ryan Cotton, who has worked long and hard on really working out all of the details and making sure that you all know what it is that we all are trying to do together. So Ryan, please.
Thank you, Mayor. It is indeed a pleasure to be here today, and I think I picked the short straw. Dave Koster is in the audience. He is key to this, and Brian Birch you're going to hear from a little bit, and of course, everyone else on that list, but I need to mention Ann Salyers as well. You got us to this point. This is a major moment in the history, we believe, of Holland, and hopefully in your lives as well. I want to say three things today. Well, actually, there's three things we expect of you today. One is to have fun. Please eat the food. The second is to learn, and I'm going to focus on that in a minute. And the third is there's a competition going on right tonight. We have council members that are competing with each other, plus the Board and Public Works. So we need you to take bags before you leave. And council members, that's where you'll be when everyone's leaving, making sure they take bags enough for their neighborhood, and we'll see which one got rid of most of the bags. So, all right, first, I want to tell you a little bit personally about this. These are the 53 communities that are competing for this prize. And you're going to learn from the founders here shortly, so I'll keep that short. But you'll see Oberlin, Ohio. Well, that's where I grew up. I was part of their environmental activities back then. I feel like, gosh, they're there partly because of what I did. Montpelier, Vermont, that was a community I served. Doggone it, I helped write their master plan. We talked about these things, and now I'm competing against them. We've got people I know in South Haven, it's South Burlington and Waterbury, Vermont, but guess what? They're on the coast. The California communities are like, you know how they are. But we have a huge advantage. We're in the Midwest. We don't do anything unusual. We're normal. And this is our chance to show Dr. Slakey and everybody that even in the Midwest, we can make a change in terms of environmental. And also, here's the main point, we like to save money. So that's the point we want to share with your neighbors. Next slide. So energy efficiency is the most important source of energy. If we save energy, BPW will sell it to somebody, and that's pretty good for us. It's also clean energy. BPW is going to be doing the natural gas power plant, and that's a lot better than coal power. So by saving it, we create other source availability. The challenge here is to come up with a plan, as I showed you, that's innovative, replicable, and we can go to scale. Innovative, we know we are. We're world class. Replicable, you'll see boots on the ground. It's what we're adopting, mini competitions, and you'll see all that in the bags. I think that'll make a difference. And scalable, that's where the $5 million prize will come in. As Mayor Dykstra said, in a couple of years, we'll be here or some similar place celebrating our win, and we will have a check for $5 million. That check, we believe, will go into a new entity called the Holland Energy Trust, which will be used to, it'll be a revolving loan fund. It'll create more competitions to expand the knowledge and the capability of saving money and to educate. So in those ways, we'll hopefully reach out to communities that need support so consumers can save dollars, governments can save dollars, we'll have energy independence, and we'll be more sustainable, which has all these environmental goods for your children and your grandchildren. So we can win. We've got a head start. The whole point of our community energy plan is to ensure competitive economic competitiveness, provide reliable, affordable energy, and protect the environment. So we will begin with learning more tonight. Be Energy Prize wise, and we have a video to show you.
The big prize is $5 million to the winning city, so it's a pretty big carrot.
The Georgetown University Energy Prize is a competition born with a mission of sparking communities to develop sustainable, energy-saving innovations. The City of Holland, along with 52 other semi-finalist communities, will be challenged to implement plans and demonstrate initial effectiveness over a 2-year period.
City of Holland has a long-range community energy plan. It's a 40-year plan to make us a world-class energy efficient city. And so the competition fits in nicely with a lot of the work that we're already doing.
The competition focuses on conservation of electricity and natural gas in residential homes, municipal buildings, and public schools. There are many ways residents are able to help reduce their energy consumption.
On a home energy checkup, a certified technician will come and walk through your home with you and point out what's efficient about your home and what are opportunities to improve the efficiency.
There are many other programs and rebates available from the Holland Board of Public Works that will help you save money and energy. One such initiative is the LED Lighting Rebate Program, in which any resident with a Holland BPW account can receive up to $5.50 back per Energy Star certified LED light bulb purchased with a maximum of 40 bulbs allowed. Another initiative is at Herrick Library.
At Herrick Library, there are kits that you can check out just like a library book. It's a home monitoring kit, and in it is a watt meter that you can plug into different appliances and see how much electricity that they are consuming.
In December, semifinalists will be announced with the competition beginning in January of 2015. If selected, the City of Holland will have 2 years starting in January to reduce its utility-provided energy consumption in a manner that is likely to yield continuing improvements.
And everybody wins. It's not just the City of Holland. You know, personally you win because you're saving money on your energy bill that you could use for other things that are a whole lot more fun.
Well, there you go. Now you've learned a bit more about what it is that we are doing in this community to be part of this great competition. At this time, I am thrilled to be able to, assuming our technology kicks in well, which I'm sure it will, to be able to introduce and welcome to our conversation tonight Dr. Francis Slakey and Catherine Huber. Can you hear us okay?
Okay.
Well, we trust that the weather in Washington is a wee bit nicer than what we're experiencing here in West Michigan. We're getting our first snow, and I don't suspect you are.
Not yet, no. Pleasant weather here.
Well, we'll send it your way. To the audience here, Dr. Slakey has written a really wonderful book that this is the city manager's copy. It's called To the Last Breath, a memoir of going to extremes. Dr. Slakey, I think you're the only person alive, as I understand it, to have scaled the highest peak of every continent as well as surf every ocean.
I'm the only person to have done that. I'm probably the only crazy person to have done that too. That's right.
That's fantastic, and you should know, and one of the members of our city council is a librarian, and you should know, Bob, that Ryan has devoured this book in substantial ways. He's got pages folded over. He's written all over it. I mean, I was always told that folding pages is not a good idea, but Ryan apparently didn't get that memo. So, question for you: have you surfed Lake Michigan by any chance?
No, I haven't. Is that an invitation?
Absolutely. Anytime you want to. And over the past week or so, we've had some tremendous winds, and there has been some surfing, probably not on the scale that you perhaps are used to. And I don't imagine you've also climbed Mount Pisgah.
I have not. Now, I'm guessing this is an offer to do it with you, right?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
So this must be an offer to surf with you and climb that mountain with you, huh?
Something along those lines. Yeah. Close. Well, would you mind just telling us a little bit about how you came up with the idea for the Georgetown University Energy Prize, please?
Oh, I'm happy to. But let me say one thing first. You had said it takes a team to do what you guys are doing in Holland. It takes a team to do the Georgetown University Energy Prize. And I have two people here today. One is your community liaison, Catherine Huber, and also the real muscle behind the prize, the hardest working guy in Washington, D.C. right now is Chris Nelson. And there's Chris.
Good to see you again, Chris.
Nice to see you as well.
So look, you would raise that book. So let me start with that. You know, there was a time in my life when I would look at a map of the world and all I would see are mountains to climb and oceans to surf. Literally, that's what I would see when I would look at a map. But at some point over my journey, that 30,000-mile journey around the world, I decided it was time to move on and it was time to do something meaningful. And now when I look at a map of the world, I see places like Holland, Michigan. You know, that's where meaningful things are happening right now. And here's how I know that. I ended up at Georgetown and had the good fortune to be able to create the Georgetown University Energy Prize. But that was just an idea. It's all of you here today. It's what you're going to be doing over the next 2 years that make it real, and that's what makes the Energy Prize meaningful for the nation.
Well, that's fantastic. So will we get to see you in Holland, do you think? Or, well, if we win, we certainly, you're invited anytime. Let's put it that way.
Well, now that I've been invited to surf with you, I'll take it very seriously.
There you go. Catherine, are we going to see you coming to Holland at all? Or what's your role in this whole process?
Yeah, absolutely. I am your community liaison, so I'm one of your first points of contact throughout this process. I don't know what our travel budget situation is yet, but I would love to visit if I got the opportunity. Actually, in fact, my roommate is from a town nearby, so you have a very good chance of me stopping by at some point. So I am very excited to be working with you and have been really thrilled to read your plan and know that you guys are doing great things.
Excellent. Hey, Matt, would you mind sort of just turning the webcam just a hair so that our guests from Washington might be able to get a sense as to the number of people that are in the room here? There we go. And no, we're not having earthquakes. No, we've got a really wonderful group assembled, and it's really, again, a treat to have you with us tonight. As you think about whoever wins the prize, what really are you hoping to see come out as a result of this whole competition?
So I have this really modest ambition. All I want to do is transform the way this country uses energy. It's a very modest ambition. Right now we are wasting half the energy that we use in this country, and we can't afford to keep doing that. And the Georgetown University Energy Prize is trying to lay out a path to a better future for the country. And we're already seeing that happening. We're seeing it happening here today, actually, in your very room right now, the actions you guys have already taken. And one more thing is your city came up with a phrase that I have now used all across the country. And yes, don't worry about it. I always give you guys credit when I use the phrase. And the phrase is 5 million plus change. Yeah, one city's going to win the 5 million, but we're all going to get the change. And I couldn't have said it any better than that. Change. That's what I want to accomplish with the prize. And it's cities like Holland, Michigan that are going to show America the path to a cleaner and cheaper energy future.
That's fantastic. Do we have anyone in the audience who would love to ask a question? And if you want to just shout it out, I'll make sure that it gets into the microphone so that our guests can hear what it is. But we want to certainly make this as participatory as we possibly can. Someone here has a question. We know you do. Paul. Yeah, we had the question of, okay, so who's behind we don't assume that you're writing the check personally, but who is sponsoring the prize? If you could give us some idea of that, please.
Sure. Look, we have a variety of sponsors, and what we're going to do is we're going to announce them all at once. And so when we announce the towns that actually get into the semifinals, we're going to announce the full suite of sponsors at that time as well.
Excellent.
But I can tell you that there'll be companies that you're very familiar with.
Well, and I've seen a few, at least suggestions of who might be involved, and I can tell you it's a group from industries, it's a group from agencies, it's a group of organizations. It's really very much a cross-section of every sector you can think of. And to me, at least, that has been one of the really exciting things about the competition and the whole question of conservation. Because regardless of what motivates you to get to the point of conservation, whether it's saving the planet or saving in your pocketbook or some combination of both, you get to the same spot.
That's right. That's right. And I should say, you said exactly right, Mayor Dykstra. We have sponsors that are coming from industry because they have a real commitment to this. From utilities, they have a real commitment. From the federal government, they have a commitment too. from the National League of Cities. I mean, we're seeing support from a variety of different stakeholders, and it's really refreshing to see all of those groups coming together because they all realize the importance of putting the country on a better path to energy efficiency.
Yeah, absolutely. How about another question? All right, here's a local question. I suspect it's not on the script. Have you ever worn wooden shoes?
I have not worn wooden shoes. So
we'll send you a pair.
You're going to give me a pair of those?
Yeah, we'll do that. Trust me, they're horrible. Just absolutely horrible. I mean, they look fantastic, mind you, but they're terribly uncomfortable. Pine and other kinds of wood, they don't give a whole lot. So we'll send you some shoes and about 5 pairs of socks to wear along with it. So how about one more question for our guests tonight before we again appreciate their being with us? Oh my, this is a really unfair question for you. The question is, how is Holland going to win?
You know, I think we just lost the feed. I can't quite hear that.
Yeah, nice.
Well, let me say a couple words about that, which is, you know, there'll be about 50 cities that are going to be in this competition. So that's bigger than Major League Baseball. That's bigger than the National Football League. So there's going to be some serious competition, and it's friendly. It'll be a friendly competition, but winning won't come easy. And one of the things that's going to happen is the winning city is going to have the whole community involved. And it's a pleasure to see that already happening in Holland, Michigan.
Dr. Slakey, Christine Huber, thank you so much for your participation in our little event tonight. It's great to have you on screen and really here with us in so many ways, except for snow shoveling tomorrow morning. You won't be participating in that.
Thanks for letting us be part of your kickoff.
Great. Can we thank them for joining us tonight? You know, in addition to having really 3 rock stars with us tonight, we've got a 4th. It's almost like getting the Beatles back together again. Robert Jackson from the state of Michigan is here, and I bet you've never been compared to any of the Beatles before. And if you have, we're going to ask you which Beatle it was. But no, would you mind coming up? And Mr. Jackson has a proclamation that he would like to share with us tonight.
Before I read the proclamation, I need to tell you guys a little story. A few weeks ago, I contacted Ann and Dave and wanted to come to Holland to talk about the Michigan Energy Office and the great things that the Energy Office was doing. Well, within 5 minutes of that conversation, I was blown away with the great things that Ann was doing and what Holland was doing. And after that meeting, I was just so impressed that I wanted to find an opportunity to come back and to help. So when Valerie Brader, Governor Rick Snyder's Chief Energy Policy Director, couldn't come to make the presentation, a note came out to me. And so as soon as I got the note, I thought, well, gee, I better respond to this real quick because I don't want anybody coming here. I want to do this. So I think it was probably the quickest response that Sam, Valerie's administrative assistant, had ever gotten. It was 1 second. As soon as it came in, I pressed yes. I'm coming. I'm coming to Holland. And I'd like to say that the Michigan Energy Office pledges its support. We'd like to be up there as a sponsor in whatever help and support that the office could provide. We would love to be able to do it. So with that, I want to say that on behalf of the people of Michigan, let it be known that it is my distinct honor to recognize the City of Holland's effort to earn $5 million and change as part of the National Georgetown University Energy Challenge. You have taken the challenge, and you're one of only 53 communities nationwide that are working to bridge the gap between knowledge and action in home and energy efficiency. Please allow me to congratulate you for striving to create new knowledge and environmental outcomes in your community and throughout the state of Michigan. By providing new knowledge that can be shared and replicated, you have established as a leader in strengthening the energy capacity of the communities in our state. I am confident that Michigan will long reap the reward of your positive contribution for years to come. As we continue our work to make Michigan a better place to live, work, and raise a family, we appreciate your commitment, your committed effort to improve and invest in the future of our state. On behalf of the people and communities of Michigan, congratulations, and thank you for your effort to preserve our state's resources, create new knowledge, and strengthen our economy. Your dedication to each goal is commendable. I look forward to continuing our work of promoting Michigan as an energy-smart state that will be on the cutting edge of innovation for generations to come. In special tribute, therefore, this document is signed and dedicated to the City of Holland City Council and the Holland Board of Public Works. I sincerely thank you for your continued commitment and dedication to provide an energy-efficient future for the people of Holland and for the entire state of Michigan. Signed, Rick Snyder, Governor.
Well, Mr. Jackson, thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for the quick yes. Of course, we would have taken yes as long as it took. We're just glad to have you here tonight. And if you have not interacted much with the Michigan Saves program or the Michigan Energy Office, check them out. They're really doing some great things, and we've had the great privilege of partnering with them on a whole host of things already. In fact, there's some legislation that passed the House and is pending before the Michigan Senate that will allow some of the efforts we're trying to do to work a whole lot more smoothly. BPW staff, city staff has worked tirelessly with our local elected representatives, Senator Meekhoff, Representative Hovman, and other committee chairs throughout the state. But a special plug has to go out to the Michigan Energy Office. They've been fantastic to work with and completely supportive. So please take that message back to Lansing with you when you head back, that we really do appreciate all the efforts that you and your staff and the whole team is doing in Lansing for us. Thank you. Well, it's my privilege now to sort of give the introduction for kind of our rah-rah leader who will tell us exactly what we're headed into and send us with a lot of energy and excitement. Brian Birch is a member of the City Council. He runs his own PR firm and ad agency. He's just really a sharp, sharp guy, and he has been passionate about these efforts ever since we started talking about conservation as a holistic system in the City of Holland. Brian helped facilitate an early meeting of some of the community stakeholders to talk about how it is that we can really develop a meaningful plan that not only will help us win this competition, but really make a difference in the way we use and consume energy in our community. So Brian, it's great to have you here tonight, and please fire us up.
Yes, who is excited? I know Ryan is. Ryan Cotton, everybody. Very excited. Yeah, thanks for everyone for being here. It's kind of amazing that so many people are so geeked out about this. As Kurt said, I'm geeked out about this because I am a nerd and therefore am passionate about things in innovation, in particular, energy innovation. And the fact that Holland has been at the leading edge of so many things that maybe we don't think about, or maybe we do. The fact that our streets melt on their own. It's amazing. This town, actually, the phones we use almost every day, the technology that allows us to do that was invented here. The guy who has the patents, owns those patents, are right here in town in Holland. And we also were the home to Holland Furnace Company, which at one time was the largest furnace company. We heated America at one time. I mean, that's how important Holland has been to energy and technology and innovation in this country. So this competition is really kind of critical, and we need to get people going. So we get to keep people motivated. So we're doing this competition amongst the wards. And what we're trying to find is, a bunch of fun and rivalries to emerge, friendly rivalries. Not so much Michigan, Ohio State, or Michigan State, Michigan, but maybe something like I don't know, Michigan State, Minnesota, I don't know, but something there that we don't hate each other at the end. We're friendly about it. But we want to get everyone in it to win it. It's not just a phrase, it's we need people to really take action because competition is critical to motivating people into action. This is the map. And you can see, everyone knows we have wards in this town. We actually have 6 wards. Those wards are kind of small, so we've kind of clustered them together. And now we have teams of wards, which are totally cool. So Ward 2 is Ward 3 is my ward, which is the yellow. And then we've added Jay Peters. Jay, where's Jay? Yeah, Jay. And then Dave Hookstra. Where's Dave Hookstra? Yeah, buddy. Paul Elzinga, where's Paul Elzinga? Yep, so he's on the board of BPW board, so that's the North Ward. And then there's Bob Vandevussi. Bob? Yeah, yep. Wayne Klomparns? Yes! Diane Hathaway? Hayworth, Diane Hayworth. Tim Hemingway. Is Tim Hemingway here? Tim Hemingway's on the board too. So that's the Western Ward. And we're not toast. Let's keep the trash talk until after after my presentation. Thank you very much. You're going down, Bob Vandevussi. Mike Trethui, the Eastern. Mike Trethui, where's Mike? Right there. Outstanding. Mayor Dykstra. Yeah, that guy. Phil Miller. Yes, on the board. And Gary Skolton, sorry. And then the South, Todd Whiteman. Todd Whiteman brought like a huge group of people, so you got to understand that's what we're up against, guys. Jay, I hope you can make this. Okay, all right, there we go. Nancy DeBoer, yes, and Jim Story, yeah. So these are our awards. We've broken up, and so what we're going to do is we're going to go and then try and rally people, and we're going to get our friends, and we're going to get our neighbors, and we need you to do the same thing too. And that starts with kind of these quarterly competitions. And the first one being Q1. So every quarter we're going to have a different competition. The first one is a furnace tune-up, which I know might sound kind of boring, but we're doing this amazing thing where if you get a furnace tune-up, and we're measuring it through like all the furnace companies, between January 1st and March 31st, you'll be entered into a competition, and you could win a brand new furnace, an energy efficient furnace. Now, here's the thing with a furnace tune-up, that has the potential to save 5 to 10% off your energy bill. Like that little bit, and when we start adding these things up, they make a big difference in our goal against the competition. So we want to see all of that happen. And then again, the prizes, the energy efficient furnace or a Nest thermostat. Does anyone know what that is? Yes, Bob's got one. Yeah, we got some people in here who have them already. Well, let some other people get into this then too, because they're awesome. Then we also have sustainability events. So if you didn't see the flyer for the first one, that's coming up on this Monday. And that first one is all about getting connected and kind of learning some tips and what you can do to save energy. So it's kind of an early phase right now that you can implement starting January 1st. Gets you rallied up and eager to go. And then there's another one on January 13th, and that's really about knowing your number, understanding home energy and efficiency ratings, and really how you can explain that number and the meaning of that to your friends and neighbors and community. And so now we are informing people, and now we have a measurement by which we can compete and how we can defeat the evil ward of the South. I'm sorry, did I say trash talk later? We talked about Ryan really put an endorsement for these bags that you can pick up that my colleagues and friends will be handing out. You can also get an energy efficient LED night light, which I know I have in my house because I have kids who are afraid of the dark. Not that, yeah, you should, you can talk about that. But then there's all kinds of like coupons. Look, oh, what's this? Oh my gosh, only $80 off on a furnace tune-up? Look at that. Look at that coupon in this bag that goes toward the prize in the first competition. What an amazing thing. And there's all kinds of other like energy saver tips. So please take these, take 10, hand them off to your friends, go door to door, tell your friends, do it before there's 8 feet of snow. Do it soon, and so we can get this thing going on January 1st. There's also door prizes tonight. And so I hope everyone got a tear-off card. Are we picking that right now? Am I doing that?
Not from your ward.
There should be, what's the music that they do for the Michigan Lottery? Popcorn? We should have that. Dun 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 dun. A free energy audit from Dr. Savers. Energy Savers. Yes. Sir, yes. Am I picking 5 of these? Yes. Okay, the first one. Are you ready? 46002 Right there. Big winner. Come on up. Come on down. Second winner, 460072. Oh, we have an audit. Someone has an audit already. Fascinating. The plot thickens. 460051. 51. Yes? Come on down. 460040. Come on down. Let's see. I have to pick 2 more here. 460050. 50. And 460004. Right there. Big winners. What's the value of that one? That's a $425 value, my friends. When you realize that, that's a big deal. So cool. If you want to know more about what's going on in this thing, go to hollandenergyprize.com. It's a brand new website. It went live 2 days ago. It looks spectacular. Find out more about the competition. Otherwise, you can always email your council members, myself. You can always email Jay. Jay loves your emails. And he'll know more about everything. And then, or the BPW board. So if you have questions, there's people who can answer them to the best of our ability. Otherwise, grab a bag on your way out, grab some food, grab a beer or a glass of wine, and then let's go out and win this thing. Yeah!
Brian, that was amazing. I just want to grab your attention for just a second. Is there Michelle Gibbs in the house? Michelle? Michelle, could you come up here quickly? The Community Energy Plan is a 40-year plan. Part of it is education and outreach. Part of it is to grow that capacity. So we're proud to announce, thanks to the Community Foundation, Holland Board of Public Works, the City of Holland, that we have a first ever Sustainability Director for Holland Hope College Sustainability Institute. And I wanted you to know that Michelle Gibbs is that person. So welcome, Michelle. So already we have reinforcements. And if you heard this, it's all about innovation. If you heard Brian, Holland is all about innovation. This is the opportunity to bridge the gap between knowledge and action. So thank you.